Now I understand that you were helping Larry with Carrie. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Now who's this Carrie that I've been hearing about? So now, what is your name, young man?
Bob Green.
Bob Green.
Yeah.
Now, Bob, I was wondering, have you noticed anything interesting at this show in the use of watercolors? Has anyone captured the watercolor imagination and aesthetic here today?
Not that I've noticed. Mostly I've been. You know.
How about the paint by numbers?
Oh,
paint by numbers. Is that? Is anyone doing anything paint by numbers here today?
Other than us, that's.
Oh, you're doing something.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look, is that what this is?
Yes.
Is this thing encrusted in paint by numbers? Is that what you're saying?
Vintage paint by numbers. Yes.
Now, how did
and reassembled?
They were what?
Yeah, cut up and reassembled.
They were cut up and reassembled. Now, what size are these squares?
2-inch squares.
So these are 2-inch squares. In rough terms, with some precision, how many 2-inch squares are there on this particular piece? We have a lot of mathematicians who read our publications, and they'll be able to tell whether you're wrong on that.
Well, they could do the cabinet is 7.5 feet tall.
7.5 feet tall.
4 feet wide.
4 feet wide.
Okay, and the front and back.
Front and back.
Our sides are all.
Okay, so that's 2,652. Yeah, because I noticed there's a couple off pieces there. Okay, and how long did you assemble this yourself?
No, that was my partner. Claire
that was your partner, Claire. Graham.
He's wandering around, but I will give you.
Okay, we have the card here, and on this card there will be no question unanswered. But since he is not here, and the card is a little hard to read, how many hours would you think it took him to assemble this object here?
The single cabinet?
This single cabinet.
Yeah, because the 3 were actually sort of done for this booth space for this show.
Okay, so this was done. This was done. When you say the 3, I see 2
paint by number and
2 paint by numbers.
And 1 in tin can lids in the same.
Oh, the tin can lid aesthetic. You have cornered the market on that too. Now, what do you know about this tin can item here?
Really, the inspiration was, Claire's grandfather used to use tin can lids, to cover the floors of the chicken coop as the knots would fall out. So it's just, sort of an image of 1 tin can lid nailed to a piece of wood, and this just takes it to the extreme obsession and totally encrusting things.
Now, is there a name for the tin can chicken aesthetic? Because I always like to be on the cutting edge, and I think we've found the cutting edge here.
Well, no, we were paying attention to your steampunk news. I don't think we've caught on quite yet. So.
Okay, so this is not tin can chicken punk. This is something altogether. So can I go on record that you deny that this is tin can chicken punk?
I think that would be good.
Okay, we've got that denial. And do you have any idea about the quantity, which I assume you don't, because you probably would have told me. But may I ask you, where did all these tin can lids come from? Are they from pickles or chicken soup?
It's sort of a community effort too. We've been collecting them for a long time. So actually the big ones are all from Palermo Restaurant on Vermont. That's sort of our local restaurant.
Palermo Restaurant on Vermont?
Yes.
And what's the cross street?
Close to Franklin.
Oh, Franklin. Oh, okay. I know where that is. So they've got great cannolis there.
Yes. So yeah, so they.
So you go there and what do you get when you get?
Well, I mean, all the food is good, but and actually we collected these several years ago. That they saved them for a long time, so you mostly have to rinse the tomato sauce off of them, or candlelids will corrode. So but the rest of them are sort of now local recycling that people when they come to see, instead of bringing you a bottle of wine, they bring you a plastic bag of tin can lids. Because it is something that most people have some of, and
so a lot of these are from the Palermo restaurant.
Yeah, especially all of the large.
Especially all the large ones that had tomatoes,
cans of
tomato
sauce
or stewed tomatoes, and so I was wondering what would be an appropriate ambiance when someone buys this. Who would be your target audience for this tin can? Tomato contraption.
Were actually sort of conceived as collectors' cabinets. So
so they would put stuff. They would put stuff.
Own collection
oh my God! So now the stuff. This all has kind of a bird look. to it. Now, what is it that these things are?
These are porcelain dip molds. You know, some of them are, you know, just balloons. Some of them are condoms. Some of them are hot water bottles. Things like